Hello and welcome class 7 students. This is another maths algebra class. Here also I will continue with the formula sums of exercise 12 and try to complete the exercise today in this video. So please follow because today is the last class of exercise 12. Today we are going to end up the class of exercise 12 formula. So exercise 12, the remaining sums are based on this formula. And here today we are going to solve some of the sums which are a little bit different. Suppose you are given a numerical value. You are given a numerical value, a number that is 99. 99 is given to you. And you are asked to find the square of this. Find the square of 99. You are asked to find out the square of 99. You are given 99. What will you do? You will do 99 into 99. Simply you will do the 99 into 99 and find out the formula, find out the answer. No. You have to apply the formula of square. Apply the formula of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square to find out the value of 99. You have to apply formula to do this sum. This is a compulsory apply formula to find out the numerical value of the square of 99. Always you have to apply the formula to find out 99 square. Now 99 square means 99 into 99. But we will not multiply this to find out the product. If we do this, it will take a lot of time and moreover the sum process will be wrong as we are asked to find out it with the help of formula. We need to apply formula. How will we apply formula? We know that 99 is very near to 100. We will try to find out the nearest easy number. The nearest easy round off number of 99. The nearest easy round off number of 99 is 100. And how can we get 99 from 100? 100 minus 1. We have to subtract 1 from 100 to get 99. So instead of writing 99 square, instead of finding out 99 square, we can also write it is the square of 100 minus 1 because 99 is equal to 100 minus 1. 99 is equal to 100 minus 1. It is nothing but it is the subtraction of 1 from 100. So we will subtract 1 from 100 and find the square of it because this is equal to 99. 100 minus 1 is equal to 99. Now why we are taking 100? There is always a logic behind the reason why we are choosing the nearest round of easy number 100. Why? Because we want to apply formula over here. What formula we will apply? If we consider this 100 as the first term and 1 as the second term, then what will happen? The square of the first term that is 100 square minus, here minus is given, so we are writing minus 2 into first term into second term. Here 2 into first term into second term. Here first term is a, first term is 100, a. So 2 into 100 into second term. Here second term is 1 plus the square of the second term, that is 1 square. So you can easily see how we have applied the formula of a minus b whole square over here. A minus b whole square formula we have applied in 100 minus 1 because 100 minus 1 whole square looks exactly like a minus b whole square. So the answer will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here also it is becoming 100 square minus 2 into 100 into 1 plus 1 square. Ultimately, we can understand why we have chosen 100 because it is easy to make the square of 100. The square of 100 is 4 zeros. 2 zeros will become double and it will become 4 0. So that's why we have chosen 100 as the nearest number of 99 because it is easy to do the square of 100. Square of 100 is 10,000. So 10,000 minus 200 plus 1. 10,000 minus 200 plus 1. So ultimately we are getting 10,000 minus 1. 10,000 minus 200, that is 9,800 plus 1. So answer is 9801. 9801. How easily you can see, without doing any calculation, we have found out the square of 99 whole square. We don't need to do the multiplication. Rather, by applying the formula a minus b whole square, we have divided 99, we have broken 99 into 100 minus 1 because 99 is similar to 100 minus 1 and 100 is the nearest number of 99. So 100 minus 1 we have written over here so that we can easily apply the formula, and without doing any calculation we can do the square of 100, that is 10,000, and orally we can do this calculation, or by simple calculation we can show that the answer is 9801. So in this way, if any numerical value is given and we are asked to do the square of it, we will apply formula in this way and find out the value of. Suppose another sum I am showing you from the book, exercise 12, that is 101. You are asked to find out the numerical value of the square of 101. Now you all know 101 can be broken into 100 plus 1. 100 is the nearest easy number of 101. So 100 plus 1, which is similar to a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. So easily we can apply the formula of a square, that is 100 square, plus 2ab, that is 2 into 100 into 1, plus b square, that is 1 square. 1 square. So ultimately you are getting 10,000 plus 200 plus 1. So 10201. This is the answer. See how easily we have solved this sum. Let's move on to another sum and see how we can apply the formula a plus b whole square in the numerical value to find their value by applying formula only and without doing multiplication. How we can find? Let's see. Suppose another sum is given like 105. We have to find the square of 105. So 105 means very easily we can break it into 100 plus 5 whole square. 100 plus 5 whole square. So 100 plus 5 whole square means we have to apply the formula of a plus b whole square. Now a plus b whole square means a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is 100 square plus 2 into 100 into 5 plus 5 square. So 10,000 plus 2 5s are 10, 1,000 plus 25. So it will become 11025. This is the answer. See, without doing multiplication, only by applying formula of a plus b whole square, how we have solved the sum. In this way, you have to go on solving each and every sum given in numerical but applying formula. I hope whatever I have explained in today's class, you have understood. And today we are ending the chapter exercise, not the chapter, the exercise 12 over here. In my next video, I will start with exercise 13. Till then, goodbye.